Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are well. So, have you revised your previous chapter that was large numbers? I hope you have done your revision. Okay, now today we are going to start with your chapter number 2. The name of the chapter is The Four Fundamental Operations. Yes, in mathematics, the four fundamental operations exist for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So in this chapter we are going to apply the four fundamental operations on the large numbers, that is 6 digit number, 7 digit number, 8 digit numbers and 9 digit numbers. So let's start with our topic.
So, the first fundamental operation that we are going to study today is addition. Yes, the concept of addition is not new to you. So, first question that arises in mind is that what is addition? Addition means the bringing of two or more numbers or things together to make a new total. It means when you take a one number and you take another number, you just combine them and you will get a new number. So, when we do addition, there are different parts of addition equation. The first part is known as addend. What is addend? The number to be added in an addition sum is called an addend. Here 1662 and 1952 are the addends. After the addends, there comes the sum. What is sum? The answer in the addition equation is known as sum. Okay, and the green color symbol here is known as addition symbol, or we call it as plus sign. Let us take an example to understand how to carry out an addition. Now the example here I have taken here is 51,30,512 and I have added it with 39,89,095. Now how to carry out addition? First of all, arrange the addends in the column form. Second, start adding from the ones columns, then move to the tens and so on. Third step is regroup if required. Regroup means you can take the carry if it is necessary. So in this question, first of all, you have to add the ones place, that is 2 and 5, and you will get the answer as 7. Then continue to the tens place, 1 plus 9, we get the answer as 10. We just write 0 in the tens place and put the 1 in the 100 place as a carryover. Then we have added 5 plus 1 plus 0, that is 6. Then we have added 0 plus 9, we get 9. Then we have added the 10,000 column which has the number 3 and 8. So addition of 3 and 8 gives us 11. I have just written 1 in the answer and taken 1 as carryover over the lakh column. After that 1 plus 9, again 11 will come. For this we write 1 in the answer and take the carryover to 10 lakh column. Now this one carryover will be added with 5 and 3 and we get the answer as 9. So after addition we get our answer as 91,19,607. So I think how to carry out the addition, the concept is clear to you. We can take other examples also, like for in this slide I have taken the number as 45,62,394 and have added 29,48,472 and I get the answer as 75,10,866. Similarly, in the another example I have taken 32,97,640 and have added with 3,58,501 with another addend, that is 60,57,335, and after the addition of all three addends we get the sum as 97,13,476. Similarly, you can do more practice yourself to carry out the addition of larger numbers, that is the 8-digit numbers, 7-digit numbers and 9-digit number. Now let's move on to our next topic. The name of our next topic is property of addition. Addition also follows some properties. Usually we follow the three property in this class. The first property is order property, second property is zero property and third property is grouping property. Let's talk about them one by one. Order property states that when the order of the addends is changed, the sum remains same. It means that whatever the order of addend is whether it is written on the first place or second place, the sum will come as same. Let us understand this concept with the help of an example. In the example here, in the first column I have written order not change. It means that I am writing the digits as 25,746, adding it with the second addend 7,32,49,503, and the third addend is 23,15,947. When I carry out the addition, I get the answer as 7,55,91,196. Now, in the second column, what I have done, I have changed the order of addends. Now, the first order is 7,32,49,503. Next is 23,15,947, and the last I have written here is 25,746. When I carry out the addition, the answer is same, that is 7,55,91,196. So, from this what we have learned that whatever the order of addends is, the answer will always remain the same. The sum, there is no change in the sum. So let's move on to our next property. The name of next property is zero property. This property states that the sum of 0 and the number is the number itself. It means that whenever we have to 0 to an addend, the answer, that is the sum, will be same as that of the addend. For example, I have taken here 5,12,577 and added 0 to it. The answer is same, that is 5,12,577. Next is third property. The name of third property is grouping property. The grouping property states that even if the grouping of addend is changed, the sum remains the same. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Here I have added 35,000 with 60,000, and to this sum I have added 9,500. I get the answer as 1,00,000,500. Now I have changed the group. Firstly, I have make the group of 60,000 with 9,500 and have added them, and after that I have added 35,000 to it. Again the sum will same, that is 1,04,500. Now I have made a third group. In the third group, what I have done, I have added 35,000 with 9,500, and to their sum I have added the 60,000. However, the answer again came same, that is 1,04,500. So this states that whatever the group of addition is this, the answer will remains the same. This grouping property can be used to check the correctness of the addition sum. Okay. So this was all about the addition. Do practice to clarify your concept. Let's move on to our next topic for today. The next topic for today is subtraction. So again, the first question comes in mind is, what is subtraction? Subtraction's literal meaning is removing some object from a group. For example, if we have 6 toys, we just take the 3 toys away, we get the 3 as an answer. So 3 objects are taken away from a group of 6 objects, leaving only 3 objects remaining. This is known as subtraction. The subtraction is known by the other names such as minus, less, difference, decrease, take away or deduct. All the names can be used by you. Now subtraction also has different parts, that is minuend, subtrahend and difference. What is minuend? The number that is to be subtracted from is known as minuend, whereas subtrahend is the number that is to be subtracted, and the answer that comes in subtraction is known as difference. So here it is minuend, 3 is subtrahend and 5 is the difference. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Here I have taken the example as 95,24,320 and have subtracted 68,51,062 from it. The steps will be same. First step is you have to arrange the minuend and subtrahend in the column. Secondly, you have to start subtraction from the ones column, regroup the digits if needed, then move to the tens column and so on. So let's start doing the subtraction. Firstly, look at the ones place. Here, minuend has 0 and subtrahend has 2. Since 2 cannot be subtracted from 0, we have to borrow a digit from the nearby tens place digit. That is, number will become 10. So, we will subtract 2 from 10 and will get the difference as 8. Now, since 2 has given his 1 to the nearby 10, he has become now 1. Again, 6 cannot be subtracted from 1. So, he will just borrow one number from the nearby 3 and will become 11. So, 11 minus 6 is 5. Similarly, moving on to the next digit, 3 has become 2. So, we just subtract 0 from 2 and we get 2. Again, we subtract 1 from 4, we get 3. We just subtract 5 from 2, but it is not possible. So, again 2 has taken a borrow and will become 12. So, we just subtract 5 from 12 and we get the 7. Since 5 have given his one digit to 2, it has become now 4. Again 8 cannot be subtracted from 4. So, it has again borrowed a number from the nearby number and has become 14. Now, we just subtract 8 from 14, we just get the 6 as answer, and in the last the 9 has become 8 after giving his one digit to the nearby 5. So, we will just subtract 6 from 8 and we get the answer as 26,73,258. So, I think it is clear to you. Let us look at another example. Here I have taken 34,940 and I have subtracted 6,75,856, and after subtraction I have just got the answer as 27,25,084. So, you can do many more sums to find out the subtraction and to clarify your concepts. Now, let's move on to our next topic. Our next topic is checking subtraction. After finding out the difference in subtraction, you first have to check the answer whether it is right or wrong. For this, you have to follow certain steps. What you have to do? You have to add the difference obtained and the subtrahend. If the sum is equal to the minuend, the subtraction is correct. Otherwise, there is mistake in the calculation. Let us understand this with the help of an example given here. Now, in the given example, you have to subtract 68,23,812 with 53,17,903. After the subtraction, you just get the answer as 15,05,909. Now, what you have to do? You have to check whether the answer is correct or not. So, what you have to do? You just have to write the subtrahend first of all, and after that you have to add the difference with it so that you will get the minuend and answer. Let's check. Here subtrahend is 53,17,903 and the difference we get is 15,05,909. So, we just carry out its addition. After carrying out the addition, we get the answer as 68,23,812, which is same as that of minuend that we have taken earlier. So, this proves that how to carry out the checking of a subtraction. So, after this, let's move on to our next concept. Our next concept is the properties of subtraction. Like addition, there are the three properties of subtraction. The first property states that the order of the numbers involved in subtraction cannot be changed. It means that you cannot subtract minuend from subtrahend. You always have to subtract subtrahend from minuend. Okay. So, next property, according to the property number 2, when a number is subtracted from itself, the difference is 0, or we can say that when the minuend and subtrahend are same, the difference is always 0. So, let's take a look at the example here. Here I have subtracted 18,02,369 from the same subtrahend and I get the difference as 0. The third property states that when 0 is subtracted from the number, the difference is the number itself. It means that when subtrahend is 0, the difference will be same as that of minuend. For example, 84,58,698 I have subtracted 0 from it and I get the answer as 84,58,698. So I think the property number 3 is clear to you. So after this it completes with the topic of subtraction. So now to clarify your concepts further, what you have to do a lot of practice.
So students, this was all for today. I hope you will do a lot of practice. Now you are able to apply the fundamental operation of addition and subtraction on the large numbers. So keep practicing. Till then, take care. Bye. See you tomorrow.